Shalom and Haksamek. I'm coming to you this morning from just an amazing place. We're on top on the watchtower on the highest point on Masada in Israel. To my right here is the Dead Sea, and you see the plains of the Dead Sea. If you look as the camera pans, you will see below some whitened mountains or hills. Those are believed to be the remains of Sodom and Gomorrah, discovered by Ron Wyatt. Up here in Masada, you get a feeling of how the rebels during the Bar Kokhba rebellion felt secure. If you look at the installations, they are truly amazing. They had storerooms, they had enough water, they could have held out here really indefinitely. It would have been a sad thing as they stood up here, and the Romans, as we all know, they always have the ingenuity and the stamina and to wait out the things, and they started constructing this amazing ramp, which would be right behind me. And all the rebels could do really is just watch in fear as they saw inevitability creep on them. But this is a place that speaks to the resiliency of the Jewish people. This is, even though they have been dispersed through all the world, even though they've gone through some horrible things, the Father has brought them back here. And this place here, even though they ended up committing suicide, not all of them, there were some survivors, it speaks of the remnant and how Abba always brings a remnant back home. This place was the last place, the place of the last stand, if you want to call it. And then now we come to this land and we see how the land has responded to them. The land has flourished under them. It has welcomed them. Abba has restored everything. And now as we see this place that is now a tourist attraction, we can only imagine what it was like, as they knew not what the future was going to hold. They thought that maybe they were the last Jews alive. They thought that maybe this was it for them. But Abba always has a remnant. Abba always has a plan. And it is wonderful to be able to speak to you from this place. And as we close out this video, we're going to do a pan look of Masada, and you can see what Herod built here, how amazing it is. It is a true feat of engineering and the will of men. He built this as a summer palace, yet it is a true fortress, an amazing view. Thank you, and shalom here from Masada.
O daughters of Zion, O Abraham's sons, hear the words of your father, hear his promise of love. I will make you a blessing, so count the stars if you can. You will be a great nation. I will give you this land. I will bring you back home. I'll bring you back home, oh my children. You will no longer roam, lost and alone in the night. There is nothing on earth that could take you away. Once I gather you under my wings, I will bring you all back home again. Though you've wandered like strangers to the ends of the earth, I will send you a Savior. I will finish my work. You have no other fear, oh my daughters, or sons of Abraham. For I will wash you with water, I will offer the Lamb. Though your sins were like scarlet, they'll be whiter than snow. I have always been with you, I will never let go. I will bring you back home, I'll bring you back home, oh my children. You will no longer roam, lost and alone in the night. There is nothing on earth that could take you away. I will gather you under my wings, I will bring you all back home. Oh, I will bring you all back home again. Adonai Elohim, Adonai Shema Israel, Adonai Elohim, Adonai Shema Israel, Adonai Elohim, Shema Israel, Adonai Elohim.
We have everybody in there. Yeah. And the waterfall behind us. Shalom.
Shalom Aleichem. Shalom, brethren. Today I'm coming to you here from the ancient city of Gamla, which is quite amazing because this city was built on literally on a hill coming down, and it was it was an amazing feat that me personally I was able to get here. I'm quite proud of myself. But seeing this, it was so worth it. This is one of the most ancient synagogues ever found in Israel, and you can see the architecture. You can see all these things still preserved. You have the steps where the steps would have been. In the middle would have been where the Torah would have been read, and on the sides you would have had the women's part behind me. And it's very, very well preserved. We were in the synagogue up in Chorazin and also in Capernaum, and we also saw part of a destroyed one in Bethsaida. But this one, it's not as preserved as Chorazin or Capernaum, but being that it's more ancient and that it's in the state that it is and it's out in the open, it's quite amazing. And it's a pretty good size. You could see how the people here, when Vespasian came and attacked them, how they were trying to hold out, thinking that just like the people up in Masada, that they were going to be able to hold out, that this was going to be a place that was impregnable. But we know the Romans. They are quite zealous and quite stubborn when it comes to putting out rebellions. Eventually, they took over this city, and it is said that only 2 women survived. The rest were massacred. Also, what's interesting about this place is that Gamla is the birthplace of Flavius Josephus, which we know is an ancient historian. So he would have been from this place. He would have come and worshipped into this synagogue. And also, I have to believe that this city being in full swing in the time of Yeshua, that he would have probably come up here and taught, maybe even here in this ancient synagogue. So it is quite an amazing place. These are places, all these places that I mentioned, with exception to Capernaum, that would have that most Christians don't come to. We hardly, we have this place to ourselves. Nobody is up here. The same was true in Chorazin. We found a couple of tour buses for Hebrew roots and Messianic people that were there, but it's mainly the Jews that go up there. And this is amazing because this is one of the cities that Yeshua cursed. And this is a city that he went up and healed and preached and did all these things. So this is a lesson for us. This is a lesson for us, and I'm so happy that my dear brother Dave talked me into making this hike. And just being here, I'm in awe of what these people went through, and in awe of the fact that it's still being preserved by the Father. So Shalom Aleichem again from Gamla in the Golden Heights in the north of Israel. Be blessed. Amen.
Give you this land. I will